Hi, and welcome to Starting Out Sober. My name is Matthew James Sullivan. I'm an alcoholic, a person in recovery, and from now on, a sober person. I am 90 days sober. As you can see, I am more recently sober. I am still in the throes of early sobriety and working on myself. You may be wondering why someone so early in sobriety would start a podcast about sobriety as if I was some expert. I'm not an expert, but I do feel it is important for people, especially like me, to not only hear from people who have been long term sober, but also newly sober. I am so new to sobriety still, all of the early stages of sobriety are very fresh in my mind. I'm constantly going back to the beginning to keep myself pushing forward. I am learning new things every day. I have already learned so much about myself in sobriety, I feel like I am just scratching the surface still. Each episode, I will have a different topic that relates to my process of getting sober. I will start from the beginning, and the beginning is my drinking problem. I started drinking at age 12. I didn't really start drinking regularly until I was 16, though. When I was 16, I found a certain solace in feeling different. As someone who was undiagnosed bipolar till I was almost 30, I was constantly trying not to be myself because I didn't like myself. I didn't like myself as early as age 11, 12 years old. When I really took up drinking, I found an escape from my brain. I think a lot of people do this. I'll dive more into mental health and alcohol in a later episode. I started drinking every day when I was 18 and pretty much didn't stop till I was 35. I'm 36 now. When I was 35, I had a talk with my wife. I started taking a day off here and there. From 18 to 35, I might have taken off less than 10 days total. You may be thinking, so you've been an alcoholic for nearly 20 years. Well, you're right. But I didn't see it that way. I drank after work in the evening. I get home from work, crack a beer, and just keep drinking throughout the night. Then on weekends, I tend to binge drink simply because it was the weekend, a very American way of living. I saw nothing wrong with it. The thing is, in early 2023, I started drinking every day again, and soon enough, it became a problem. I still didn't see it for a while, but I eventually did. That brings us to our next episode, coming clean to yourself and realizing you have a problem. Tune in next week for that episode. Some future ideas for episodes I will be discussing are detoxing, meetings, health working out, what to drink while sober, mental health, medication, sleep, therapy, recovery programs, drinking diaries, and so much more. I'm going to try to release 2 episodes a week, probably Tuesdays and Thursdays. So tune in next week and the next week after as I dive into the world of early sobriety. I will post videos to YouTube, maybe some clips to TikTok, Instagram, and probably will be sharing a bit on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram at Starting Out Sober Pod. I will be having quotes and little videos and all sorts of stuff there, and you'll get updated on my episodes. On Twitter, you can find me at MJSUL1. So yeah, thank you for listening to another episode of Starting Out Sober. If you like the music, I actually made it myself. You can find it under the artist name Snowmelt wherever you stream music. And yeah, that's it. That's today's episode. So come back next week for coming clean to yourself. Thank you.